Edmund Spenser was a major English Renaissance poet, best known for the Faerie Queene.
Edmund Spenser, 16th century.
Collection, Amoretti 1595, which means little love gifts in Italian.
Edmund Spenser, 1552 to 1599.
In Edmund Spenser's Sonnet 34, a storm-tossed ship symbolizes the speaker's grief. Lost in darkness while clouds hide his star, his beloved, he waits for her light to restore peace.
Sonnet 34 by Edmund Spenser.
Imagine a lone ship traveling across the massive, open ocean. Just like that boat, a person's life can feel like a long journey through a very big and sometimes empty-looking world.
Just like a ship traveling across the vast ocean.
The ship stays on the right path by following a bright star in the sky. This star acts like a natural GPS, helping the sailors know exactly which way to steer.
Guided by a star to find its way.
Suddenly, a big storm rolls in and the clouds get so thick that they hide the star. Now, the trusty guide that the ship relied on is completely invisible in the dark.
When a storm hides that reliable guide from view.
Because the sailors can't see their star anymore, the ship gets lost. It starts drifting away from its safe path and wanders off into dangerous parts of the deep, dark sea.
The ship wanders far off its intended course.
Now the poet says, I am just like that ship. He has a star too, a person he loves, who usually shines brightly and helps him feel happy and pointed in the right direction.
So do I, my own star, my beloved, who used to guide me.
But right now, his loved one is upset or distant, which is like clouds covering his star. He feels like he has lost his guide and doesn't know what to do next.
With her bright light, is now hidden by clouds.
Because he can't feel her love right now, he feels like he's wandering in the dark. He is confused, sad, and dismayed, which means he feels really discouraged and worried.
I wander now in darkness and fear.
He feels like he is drowning in stormy gulfs of sadness. He is thinking about all the painful things that happened before and all the trouble he is currently going through.
Lost in stormy waves of sorrow, both old and new.
Even though things are bad, he is still hopeful. He believes that once this storm, their argument or his sadness, finally ends, things will eventually start to get much better.
Still, I have high hopes that when this storm is over.
He calls his beloved Hellas, which is a name for the North Star. To him, she is the most important person who keeps his whole life steady and on track.
My Hellas, the North Star, the guiding light of my life.
He hopes she will stop being distant and look at him with love and attention again. He imagines her shining on him, which means making him feel special and noticed.
Will shine again and look at me with care.
He wants her to use her wanted, usual kindness to make his life feel bright again. Her love is the only thing that can stop his internal fighting and stress.
Using her familiar light to ease all my inner conflict.
Until that happens, he's just going to try to rest his tired soul. He is exhausted from being sad and lost, so he is trying to find some peace.
Until that happens, I will try to rest my weary self.
He realizes she is currently winning their argument or staying away on purpose. He's left alone with his thoughts while she seems to be proud of the power she has over him.
While she remains distant, proud of her power over me.
Now let me read each quatrain again from the beginning.
Sonnet 34 by Edmund Spenser.
Just as a ship wanders the vast ocean when a storm obscures its guiding star, the speaker loses his way. Without his reliable celestial guide, the vessel drifts aimlessly far off its intended course.
Just like a ship traveling across the vast ocean, guided by a star to find its way, when a storm hides that reliable guide from view, the ship wanders far off its intended course.
The speaker's star, his beloved, is hidden by dark clouds, leaving him to wander through emotional darkness. He feels lost and fearful, tossed by heavy, stormy waves of both past and present sorrows and grief.
So do I, my own star, my beloved, who used to guide me with her bright light, is now hidden by clouds. I wander now in darkness and fear, lost in stormy waves of sorrow, both old and new.
He remains hopeful that once the storm passes, his Hellas will shine again. He anticipates her bright light will return to guide him, effectively calming his inner conflict and bringing him back to peace.
Still, I have high hopes that when this storm is over, my Hellas, the North Star, the guiding light of my life, will shine again and look at me with care, using her familiar light to ease all my inner conflict.
Until her light reappears, the speaker attempts to find rest for his weary soul. Meanwhile, his beloved remains distant, seemingly proud of the immense power she holds over his direction and his fragile heart.
Until that happens, I will try to rest my weary self, while she remains distant, proud of her power over me.
The first 4 lines follow an ABAB pattern. This means line 1 rhymes with line 3, guide/wide, and line 2 rhymes with line 4, astray/way. It creates a balanced and steady rhythm.
Guide rhyming with wide, and astray rhyming with way.
This quatrain links to the first one. The B rhyme dismay/ray connects back to the earlier rhyme sound, while a new C rhyme overcast/past is added. It feels like the poem is chaining ideas together.
Dismay rhyming with ray and overcast with past.
This continues the chain. The C rhyme, intent/spent, connects to the previous quatrain, and a new D rhyme, life/strife, is introduced. The poem keeps flowing smoothly from one idea to the next.
Intent rhyming with spent and life with strife.
The final 2 lines rhyme with each other, possessed/rest. This strong ending rhyme neatly wraps up the poem and leaves a clear final message.
Possessed rhyming with rest.
Next go to Sonnet 67 by Edmund Spenser.
Spenser's Sonnet 67 portrays the lover as a wounded pilgrim, imploring his stern lady for mercy, likening himself to a storm-tossed ship seeking safe harbor in her grace.
Both Sonnet 34 and 67 from Spenser's Amoretti use navigational metaphors for love's trials. In 34, the speaker's ship drifts in storm-obscured darkness without his beloved's guiding star, yet hopes for reunion. Sonnet 67 shifts to a weary huntsman resting after futile chase, as his dear, beloved, returns willingly.
Sonnet 34 key concept, lost ship seeks absent beloved's guiding starlight. Sonnet 67 key concept, wounded pilgrim beseeches stern lady's merciful grace.